Claudia Webbe.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I'm gravely concerned by this legislation, which frankly would not look out of place within the world's most authoritarian regimes. The fact that this legislation could introduce a sentence for damaging a statue that is twice the length received for sexual assault reveals how utterly unserious this government is about tackling gendered violence. The legislation will have a disproportionate effect on African, Caribbean, Asian and minority ethnic communities, and we know that black people already disproportionately suffer from police use of force in the UK, are more likely to be charged and are overrepresented in the prison population. Human rights group Liberties expressed concerns about the provision to widen stop and search powers because they are used against communities of colour, especially black men, at staggeringly disproportionate rates. According to Roma rights group Friends of Roma Alive, the legislation will also have a devastating effect on Gypsy, Roma and traveller communities. This bill therefore threatens to severely exacerbate an already unequal two-tiered justice system in which UK residents are treated differently due to their background or the colour of their skin. It is for this reason and many other equality reasons why I have tabled new clause 54 that would introduce a statutory requirement for an equality impact analysis that is currently missing from the bill. This would compel the Secretary of State to review the equality impact of the bill and publish a full report to the House of Commons within 6 months. This review would include racial and ethnic disparities, income inequality, gender inequities, people with protected characteristics, public sector equality and regional inequality. It is shocking that the government, given existing legislation, does not already feel compelled to produce this. An equality impact analysis would ensure that the severe inequalities that exist within how different groups of UK residents are treated by the criminal justice system cannot be ignored. This would then lay the groundwork for a fairer and more equitable criminal justice system. It is especially alarming that this bill gives even more powers to police to crack down on peaceful protests. Yet organised peaceful resistance is a force for change and is deserving of our full support. I sincerely hope, I'm wrapping it up, I sincerely hope that my new clause 54, as well as all of the amendments and new clauses I have highlighted, along with many others that there has not been time to mention or adopted, to curtail this deeply concerning authoritarian bill. Because if this legislation, and I'll end on this, Madam Deputy Speaker, cannot be made considerably more equal, more transparent and more respectful of our democratic rights, then it must not be brought into law. If it passes unchanged, I fear, Madam Deputy Speaker, I fear for the future of our civic life. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.